Ceri Jones.
Hi guys, and welcome to this week's podcast. For this week's episode, I met up with Colin Dodd and we took a stroll along the feeder streams leading into Lough Arrow. And look at the work that's been carried out by the club and with help of the IFI in help preserving stocks and the spawning areas of this very special loch. We'll also chat about next season's Lough Arrow Stream Development Competition, which is on the 25th of April, where all the proceeds will go directly to the stream rehabilitation projects on Lough Arrow, with some fantastic prizes, including first prize an 18-foot Ganly boat and Bradley trailer, plus over £10,000 in prizes down to 10th place. Lough Arrow to me is very special, and I've spent many days there the last 2 years, so if anyone wishing to give support and join the club even, to help keep it one of the best lochs in Ireland. Before we go on to the episode, I got a few dates left in May for anyone wanting to book a day with me. And as I've mentioned on previous podcasts, next year not only will we be doing fly fishing guiding, I've also decided just to put a few days for the ferox. So anyone interested, give us a shout. So sit back and enjoy. So where are we now then?
This is the Patron stream, Ceri. It'll be named after the town land it's in. Patron Row will be the town land here. So this stream flows into Lough Arrow above at the, pulling the perches, that area up there. If you go round, we'll say by Ballindoon House and up the Ballindoon shore, on the right hand side there, the stream just comes into Lough Arrow. I can have you show you here on the map. So that's where we are there, the very top. So
right,
that would have been our place there where we came from, our shore there.
Yeah.
So
the north end of the lake.
So the stream comes in here now. That large one we could see the map there is the Unshan.
So how many streams come in then to this spawn from?
Many streams come in, 7 or 8.
Oh really?
Of that we'd have 4 or 5 main spawning streams.
Yeah.
And then you have the outflowing river, the Unshan River at the top. So what we're doing here, we're looking at, I suppose, the bit of work that we had done this year on this stream. This work was done by Inland Fisheries Ireland. We had an agreement with them between ourselves, the club, Inland Fisheries Ireland and Lough. Lough were the funding body, the local authorities water programme. They supplied the majority of the funding. Inland Fisheries Ireland done the labour on it, and we coordinated the project, applied for the grants, and also part funded some of it as well. So
what we see in here then?
What we're looking at
is for the farmer.
This is for the farmers' access points, yeah. Basically to keep livestock. We reinstated the fencing along the stream and put a number of livestock crossing points to keep livestock and animals out of the stream, to prevent obviously bank erosion, yeah, and silt entering the stream.
Oh right, yeah.
Silt and soil enter the stream. It goes downstream. It can clog up your spawning beds. So that's to keep animals, livestock out of the stream. The fencing obviously is important to prevent bank erosion, and it creates a buffer zone. We'll say inside that fence now, that will grow and rewild in time. It provides a buffer zone for runoff, agricultural runoff, and it'll provide cover and shade for trout and for juvenile trout and fry in time being when that
How do you work out what's like you got the 7 tributaries you said that come in, 7 streams that come in, and this, did you pick like this one's important, that one's important to look after, or did you try to share it across the board for all of them?
Well, you have to start somewhere, it stems really from walking streams and from talking to the local lads in IFI as well. From walking streams and club members walking streams, we'd know which streams would be the most productive, maybe which ones need a little bit of help, need a bit of work. You'd see from trout in streams this time of year, you'd see from the red counts to know which streams. You might see blockages, you might see maybe cattle entering the stream and erosion. You might see a stream that needs a bit of work. Gravel needs to be replaced in a spawning bed. So that's really how it comes
Looks
about.
really clean now, mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
About
is.
the rain we've had, do you think it'd be coloured up now?
Yeah, no, we're lucky in that sense. We're really lucky in that
Would
sense.
you get to see, on your walks, to see many fish coming up and spawning?
Yeah, if you just get the timing right, you can, yeah. We'll have a walk up a little bit further.
Yeah.
We might see, I haven't walked this one now in, I know Paul has been walking it, and our club chairman, Paul Colin, he's been on it. Hasn't seen many reds on it yet, but...
Sorry, this way, is it?
This way, yeah.
It's all new fencing as well, isn't it?
All new fencing. You can see where the gravel has went in, the spawning gravel.
Oh, that's been put in?
That's been put in, yeah.
Oh,
that's
right.
been put in. That's been replenished. So it's a
So
specific...
that will help them to spawn.
Yeah, well, that's where they start. Like every trout that rises to a fly or takes a fly on that lake starts its life buried in that gravel.
Wow.
Do you know, when you think about it like that, like that's the importance of doing your streams. They all start there.
So when they come up to spawn then, right, like now they would be, when they reach a certain size, when they've come out of the egg, when do they go into the lake?
Depends on the specific stream, and it depends on the ability of that stream to support fish up to a certain size. If the feeding isn't in the stream, they will tend to migrate towards the lake sooner rather than later. These streams wouldn't really be able to support, like you compare this stream now to the likes of the Unshan River.
Yeah.
You know, they're both important spawning streams, but they're two
That's a bigger one, isn't it?
rivers and streams with completely different characteristics. Yeah.
How far away from you from the lake now? Only about a mile, is it?
No, yeah. I'd say 700 or 800 metres, a bit more maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can just see it down. You see it down there. So yeah, going back to that, it depends on the river itself how long it can actually, it depends on the volume of fish in the river, how long that river can support. Once they need the protein or they need something more, and if they're gone, they're out. It's ongoing work.
It's been going on for a long time.
Well,
it's not just a new thing you started.
The club, no, the club has always been involved in it. Like dating back to the origins of the club in 1904. I suppose that the key is in the name, really, the Lough Arrow Fish Preservation Association.
Right.
Like the founders of our club at that stage, Colonel Gettins, George Atchison was the secretary. They realised the need to. I suppose it was a very different time back then. You know, you didn't have the laws, the regulations that we have now. And I suppose at that time, with the increasing pressures coming on the fishery, they realised the need to do something about it. So the club was set up, and they managed the spawning streams. They paid bailiffs. They gathered money. They paid bailiffs to police them. At that time, during spawning season, you'd have poachers up the streams trying to take trout from them to put on the table.
So the actual work as such, like the gravel to be put in there, who literally put that in then? Is the club or is actual...
That was done by IFI.
IFI, they actually do it?
Yes, well, everything has to be done in conjunction with IFI. You can't just go in and do this on your own.
You don't just ask for funding, they actually do it?
Well, we're planning on doing a stream this year. We can talk and walk through that later on ourselves, but the initial habitat assessment will be done by IFI.
Right.
So they came out, they walked this, we've done it there last weekend, we walked the stream. We talk about it and discuss what needs, what improvements we can make.
Yeah.
And they do up a habitat assessment plan. And then we will be working to that plan. But look, it takes a lot of money.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of money
and
a lot of work.
It's a lovely brook, this, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's a lovely brook. Was it about a metre wide, maybe, if that?
Yeah, that's it.
Less than that.
You could walk across this in most places, step across it.
Would this dry up in the summer?
No, this one doesn't. Others do. Portions of other streams do. And that's another challenge. I suppose you have to rescue fry and get in during the summer in low water. But this one, thankfully, doesn't.
It's good to see these fences as well, like the new fences.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You don't think, as a fisherman, you don't think, oh, I've got to stop the cows, I'm going in there.
Yeah, well, you see, before this fence was up, that was completely open, you know, and you can see there's no shading, there's no tree growth along the edge of the river because it wasn't fenced. But now with this fence up, this fence went up end of August, September. So you'll see in a year or 2 years' time, this will grow over. You'll see trees start to, and it'll give, because shading is very important.
Yeah.
Increasing water temperatures, like look at the depth of that stream, and you can imagine this is in high water levels. You can imagine in summer when that's low water levels, and during our hot summers now, you know, detrimental effect that's going to have on trout. So
you keep the water cool, the temperature down with the trees.
Shading and keep the temperatures down. It's like,
I suppose back in the day before they had the heavy farming and that, they would have been natural trees here.
Oh, there would have been, yeah. No, sure, all the lands would have been overgrown at one stage. They've all been cleared down through the years.
Have you seen trout this far up?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. They have to go way up. They go another mile up.
Really?
Yeah. Now, haven't seen any reds in this one yet. Now, so like so there now you'll see your smaller fish, your fry, and then pools.
Yeah.
You'll see them darting. And that's also important too, the creation of pools and nursery areas for juvenile fish. You know, it's not just about the gravel and the spawning areas such as that there, we'll say, the faster flowing water. It's about the deeper pools as well and the creation of them, because when the trout spawn and your eggs hatch,
they need somewhere.
That's only one step of the process.
Yeah.
You need to be able to support them juvenile fish as well, and they need nursery areas, they need cover and shade.
And a bit of depth.
A bit of depth is right, yeah, especially when the water levels drop.
So this big rain we've had the last few weeks, really, it's surprising the gravel is still there. You think would have washed down?
Fish there. Just missed
Oh
him.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He's gone upstream. Decent fish there. And look the depth of water he was in.
Inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're quite cute, aren't they? They're sharp.
Well, what did I tell you before we came? They'll see you before you see them a lot of the time, you know.
Like any predators, to come up this far.
Yeah. Now, just
it's pretty tucked in the side there now, isn't he?
We might see him again. He'll be hiding now somewhere.
Yeah. Crystal clear, isn't it?
Now that is where he was sitting. There is reds there. See the red?
Yeah.
It's possibly digging a red when you can see them by it's upturned gravel. We'll say it's a clump of gravel.
Cleaner then, isn't it? Yeah.
They dig it with their tail.
Yeah. You can see. Yeah, when it's all come down. Yeah.
So you can see the freshly disturbed gravel or the.
Jesus, wind's picking up. Yeah.
See the lake
there.
there?
I see the lake. No, yeah.
It comes in quite close to you.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
It's maybe
half a mile.
It's twice the distance we are from the bridge probably away again. Do you know? Maybe a bit more even.
Yeah.
It's not awfully far. Like trout do need. They do need a bit of help. Like they do need the right habitat to spawn.
So the Unshin, does it go through Riverstone?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Well, there's two rivers through Riverstone, but yeah, the Unshin is one of them. Ballyage or Dowawan, that's the Irish for Riverstone, the town between the two rivers.
I bet there's times you'll get a pocket of them coming up.
Yeah, in certain conditions in a flood of that, yeah, you will.
Come up.
Like Paul actually seen, he was on to me, I went up and had a look as well. There was, about 3 weeks ago, there was a pod of 40 trout at the bridge at the Unshin River there.
Was there?
Yeah, making their way up. And it was phenomenal. Had some great fish in it. Some really good fish in it.
It's amazing what they can get up into. Like, we're looking there now. What's the deepest there now? Just 3 inches maybe?
It's 4 or 5 inches, yeah, in places. Yeah, and then, but that's your riffles there. That's what your oxygenated water. There's a red there. See it? See the disturbed gravel?
Yeah. Once you get into, you spot them, don't you? To know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So when would these have started to come up here then? October, I guess.
They would have. There was fish coming up in October. Really, when the water levels got that bit higher. But the majority of the fish would normally, historically, spawn. We'd be quite late spawn on Arrow. They'd normally be around Christmas time, Christmas week, and into the new year. Now, last year,
and they go straight back down to the lake.
More or less, yeah. Last year, we had seen a lot of fish spawning. Well into February.
Really?
Like the Corrib was open, And there's fish still running the streams here spawning an arrow.
Yeah.
You know, that shows you how late we are. But look, it's generally a spread. They'll start around October, but the majority will run closer to Christmas.
You could get fish up to a few pound in here then.
Oh, you would, yeah. Oh, you get fish £6 spawn here. There's a lot of different areas and factors. We'll say, see that these weirs were put in by Inland Fisheries Ireland years ago. Say where you had the likes of the water cascading down there.
Yeah.
That creates a pool at the bottom of it. There's a good example.
Yeah.
So that gives you a deeper channel there.
So they'll all be lining up there
Then
once
you
they
have
spawn.
your areas of rocks, then your riffles, then you have your spawning areas which are gravel. It's all...
It's hard to believe the fish would come past this, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, they'll get up. Yeah, they'll get up, yeah. Now look, if you get a flood, then the water will come up a bit, you know?
Yeah.
It's settling back now, that river.
So for these fish now, once they've hatched, I guess it'll take 2 or 3 years before they reach like a pound size or so, yeah?
Yeah, about 4 years until they return to the river. A trout,
is it?
A trout generally reaches maturity after 4 years. Like once it can take them 4 years, maybe 12 inches or 13 inches size. And they've reached, kind of after 4 years, they've reached sexual maturity and they're able to reproduce then.
Yeah.
But I suppose for the first couple of years, they're quite small and the growth is quite slow because they're only eating, we'll say, like small invertebrates and much smaller. Like it's not until they get to the high protein diet that they're eating other fry or smaller fry to start sticking back like that stuff that start to pack on the pounds, and then they grow relatively quickly.
Yeah.
When they get on the high protein diet, they pack on the pounds very quick.
Would you know? Have they done any like tests and records? Once they're in the lake, and as you said, they come up maybe after 4 years to start spawning. Like how many times would a fish come up?
They reckon every second year for trout. So your trout will spawn for the first time, we'll say, now look, this is roughly speaking. So it will spawn its first time at 4 years of age. And then we'll say if it spawns at 4 and it spawns again at 6 years of age, and generally it won't live past that. You know, 6-7 years is really a trout's and life expectancy, so to speak, generally. So spawn twice, really, that's it. So that was one of the reasons that this year we've increased the size limit on Arrow from 12 inches to 14 inches. It's like when you consider that a trout can only spawn twice, or, you know, on average, you know. Some might spawn every year, others, but generally speaking, it's accepted that they spawn every second year.
It takes a lot out of them, doesn't it? So
it does, it can do, especially a 6-year-old fish, the bigger fish, you know.
Like there was a fish at the end of last year, I saw the photographs, I think it was the last week or two, came out, and it was like £8 plus or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was a picture. So that fish might have spawned a couple of times and just stayed in the lake then, he wouldn't have kept on spawning perhaps. But that was a fair, I had to be more than 6-7 year old probably.
It depends on like, I suppose
it's the feed, I guess.
It is the feeding, but trout, like the genetics of trout, I suppose, in that sense, probably similar to humans. Do you know, like you could have two humans of the same age, and the two of them might be very different size, like.
Yeah.
But
some on salad and some on burgers.
Yeah. Some with the fry every morning. No, I can't talk myself, but So yeah, going back to that was one of the reasons that we bought it. We suggested to bring in the bylaw to raise the size limit, because when you consider that a trout may only spawn twice, and if their first spawning is when they're maybe 12 or 13 inches, we wanted to give protection and to ensure that them trout would be able to spawn for the first time. So we brought the size limit to 14.
Yeah.
So to make sure that them trout would have spawned before they were taken for the table.
I think most people nowadays put them back anyway, don't they?
The vast majority do. But look, there's nothing wrong with taking a trout for the table. I still would take an odd one myself. But
I traditionally, once a year, when I'm on the Corrib, I'll kill one fish, probably around about £2, cook it on the island, just more of a tradition thing. And it's nice to do, you know,
it is.
to eat it, and then everything else just put back in.
Well, like, you know, fishing and catching fish for the table, it goes back.
It's a nice little pool there, isn't it? It's a nice little pool there,
It
the
is.
shape of it.
Yeah. Look, it's fabulous. Like, you can see the bit of shade in there. Now, that's very important, I suppose, first of all, for predators.
Yeah.
To keep predators away, so they can't easily pick on juvenile fish. And also, as we said earlier, with increasing water temperatures, like the increase in water temperatures, it's universally accepted by a lot of experts, or so-called experts I would speak to anyway, that know an awful lot more about these things than I do. Increasing water temperatures is the greatest threat faced in our fisheries and our wild trout going forward.
Must have taken an awful lot of work to get the gravel up here.
Track machine, yeah. Drop it in the bucket of a digger track machine. It was this day and age now, it's very simple compared to years ago.
It looks perfect for them.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's really good, but that's after.
Imagine a 2 or 3 pound trout coming up there.
Yeah.
That'd be a sight to see.
Yeah. Now, there's a good bit of gravel went in here. This is a good patch here.
It's not until you see an area which with no reds in it, you get to see the reds then.
Yeah. It takes, and sometimes you can identify them by the gravel is kind of upturned. Or it's like if you're stuck in a spade or a fork.
It's like being cleaned almost.
Yeah.
Because you see the underneath of the gravel.
Now, this is as far as the work went up. That's a drinking area we put in for cattle.
Right.
It's kind of a barrier where the cattle can access the stream without actually going into it. So it was a kind of a pilot idea. Here's another red there, Ceri.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah. I've never actually seen a pair spawning, have you?
Fish on the reds.
Yeah.
I've seen them lined up, loads of times, but I've never actually seen the process in action in real time. Come on, we'll go look at another spot. That's
good to see.
Yeah, that's the Cartron stream now. So that, I suppose, shows you the work we've done with it. It wouldn't be really until you'd walk up further and you'd see the bit that hasn't been done that would where you could see the difference then.
So to do some work through the club then, to raise money, you got this competition lined up in April.
We've been, I suppose, look, a barrier to doing work, in any sense of the word, is money and finance. So you need money before you can do anything. Now, we had been dependent on grant aid, and we were putting up some minor funding from the club, but we've been talking about this for a while, for running a big competition to raise funds, to put it all back into the lake, to put it all towards stream work. Because as you see now, it all starts with the stream.
Yeah.
Without looking after our streams, we won't have wild trout fishing.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have to rely on IFI then, you can just do the work?
Well, look, we would to a certain extent, and we do rely on them. They play a very important role in looking after our fisheries, but we do need to help them. We can't leave it all to them.
This big competition that comes up in April now, is that the first time you've done?
It's the first one we've done it, yeah. It's the first time we've done it. So we've been talking for a while, and it's been kind of, our chairman, Paul has played a huge role in it too, and he's spearheading it really. We have a committee in place as well that's done great work. So we're running it on the 25th of April next year. First prize is a Ganly boat, an 18-foot boat, and a trailer, Lee Bradley trailer.
Right.
Fantastic first prize. Worth about 6,500. We have second prize, we have a Yamaha engine, a 6 horsepower Yamaha engine, a new engine. And third prize is an electric engine and a battery. And we've prizes then from 4th to 10th up to the value of about €2,000. All angling prizes, all good prizes. So we're limited to 160 anglers, just purely for capacity. It's a one-day competition. Everyone goes out the one day, we're all fishing the same conditions.
I noticed it says you can choose your partner.
Yeah.
But it's not a pairs thing at all. It's individual.
It's an individual competition for the longest fish. It's catch and release, a catch, photo and release, a system that we're running here in Lough Arrow in the club for the last number of years. It's proven to be very successful. We anticipated teething problems with it, but it actually went a lot better than we thought. So we're running a catch and release. You pick your own partner, and it's a joint entry. It's €200 to enter it for both anglers.
So it's €100 man.
€100 a man, yeah. We're not doing a draw like you'd see with other competitions. So we wanted to keep it simple, just to keep the format simple, and also to kind of cut down on work for ourselves for organising it as well, because so we have an official measure that we give to everyone. We also have a scorecard. Each scorecard will be numbered and will have your name on it.
Yeah.
So you put the fish on the measure, you take a photo with your scorecard in it, and then you submit your scorecard.
So what's the date for that?
25th of April.
What is that, a Saturday?
Saturday, yeah. We decided, we'd normally run our competitions on a Sunday, but we decided to run it on a Saturday because if there's inclement weather or a rough day, promised we can maybe run it into the Sunday then. We have the option of running another day, you know. So
where will you have the weigh-in then? Or the weigh-in,
the prize given, so to speak. It's going to be on Flynn's Pier.
So boats will be going out from different parts of the lake?
So you can put out your boat from wherever, but everybody has to be everybody has to be going from Flynn's Pier. So it's 11 to 6. You go out from Flynn's Pier and you return to Flynn's Pier. All boats, no boats leaving before 11 and back on the shore by 6 o'clock. So now, if you don't want to fish, you don't have to come back. If you don't want to weigh in anything. So we'll have the prize given on Flynn's Pier. We'll be taking up the scorecards and then verifying the photos on the phone.
How can people enter then? They'll have to go through...
We've decided to do everything online. We set up a website last year. We have a page dedicated to the stream development competition, as we're calling it. So you can get all the details on it there. There's the list of the rules, the prizes and everything you need to know. So entry is on that too. So there's a link on it. You just click and you can pay by card.
And what is the site?
LoughArrowAnglers.ie.
Right.
So
you've already got plenty of entries already.
Yeah, the last time I checked, I think we're 24 boats in.
Yeah. And
it's only open a couple of days, like, so.
Yeah.
We're nearly a third full already, like,
within
a few days.
It's a good come to start the season, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Look, we kind of, from chatting and from the committee that put the work into it, organising it, there's no real big competitions. There is a few big competitions, but there's none for a boat and engine at the start of the season.
Yeah.
There's plenty mid-season and towards the end, but so, yeah.
Oh, there's a trailer from Lee Bradley.
Oh, yeah.
And it's due Christmas time. It'd be ironic if we have another one from him.
You can win a second one now. yeah.
I'm definitely fishing it.
Yeah, look, it's a nice chance to meet up with lads too, and that's it. And it's a good cause. Everything goes back into the lake. Do you know? Yeah. I suppose the competition, we wanted to keep it, look, for ourselves, we wanted to keep it relatively easy to organise because it's a means to an end. The competition really is only for raising money.
Yeah.
You know, the real work then is to spend that money.
If you're enjoying this podcast and want to listen to more, please consider becoming a patron, where you will get weekly episodes and access to over 200 episodes and exclusive content. Visit patreon.com/casting with Kelly Jones. Plus this year I am guiding full-time on Lough Corrib in Ireland. To book a day, visit my website, thecorrib.com.
So, and then, upstream, there's a couple of areas that's been identified that we can put in some constructive riffles, I think as they're called, where you can just create that flow and bring a section of river back that would have been dead, bring it back and introduce spawn into it. So it's all about increasing capacity and maintaining what we have here in Arrow, because Arrow we're one of the wild lakes in the country with the least spawning capacity compared to the well-known wild lakes, the western lakes in particular. Like it was Dr. Martin O'Grady, he worked for Inland Fisheries Ireland, or the Fisheries Board at the time it was, before IFI. He done research on it. Lough Arrow has, I think, the least. It has half the spawning capacity of Lough Corrib, and Lough Corrib would be noted for low spawning capacity. Sheelan has 10 times the spawning capacity, and these were proportional measurements, so it has no reflection on the size of the lake. The way he'd done it, the calculation he used was per square metre of spawning bed, and I think it was per 1,000 square metres of lake, or something along them lines, the calculation was. So, as I said, like Sheelan has 10 times the capacity of Lough Arrow, and Corrib and Mask will be similar, I think, capacity-wise. They're 7 or 8 times the capacity of Arrow. But Arrow has always needed a little bit of help, and we have to manage and ensure what we have and the spawning streams we have are operating to their maximum potential. You know, we have to look after what we have. I could spend days walking streams. I'd you'd lose time at it.
Do you get anything like mink or otters on these?
Yeah, it's
yeah?
mink, yeah. Good few mink. We have a mink trapping program in the club. We have volunteers that trap mink. I've one set on our shore as well.
Oh yeah.
So we've local lads and volunteers that check the traps and bait the traps. And
I went to last year. I was in Karan, and I was in the car park tackling up.
Yeah.
And this mink was literally about 20 foot away, just looking at me.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd run. I went back to the car, got my camera, and he stayed there.
Yeah.
Almost semi-wild they are, you know. There was a farm there at one time, and they escaped.
But they're a horrible. They're invasive. They're American mink. They're a horrible creature. They're one of the only creatures, one of the few, that hunt for sport. Like if you get a mink in your chicken house or your hen house, he could go in. He mightn't eat anything, but he'd go in and kill everything for sport. Yeah, you know, you have some bit of respect for the likes of the pine marten, the likes of them, the native animals that maybe kill to eat. But some, you know, likes of a mink that actually kills for sport. So they're classified as an invasive species, and as I said, we have a mink trapping program in the club. We've probably about 20 traps set around the lake, where lads bait the traps and.
What are they baited with then? Just meat
Well,
or something?
what we use is sardines. Tin sardines that you buy in Lidl and Aldi. They're cheap, they're handy, you can store them, and it's just convenient. So I brought I bought 80 euros worth of sardines there one day, 3 big crates of them from Lidl. So the lads pull out of them as they need them and bait their traps. So
your box is full of minky flies now, is it? This isn't quite as clear as the other one, is it?
No. But it's more so silt, and I'll show you. I can show you why now.
It's clear. I mean, it's clear, but the other one was like crystal water.
Yes, but the reason for that is bank erosion further up the stream, where there's an area that's been grazed by cattle, and the muck is going right in, and it's been washed. The silt has been washed downstream, and that's again another and a very good, I suppose, advertisement for why we need to fence the streams and form that buffer zone, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
not waste as such. It's just stirring up.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's just soil and land that's overgrazed, and you have cattle or sheep in on it, and it's muck. There's no grass there. And it's just washing down the stream, like.
Yeah.
If you have that buffer zone formed with fencing back a metre and a half from
Makes a big difference, isn't it?
From the. Oh, you could get lost here.
Left my wellies in it.
Oh, Jesus. You know, when you get a coat of grass on it, then the roots kind of secure secure the ground, and you don't get it washed down. But look, it's nice to be out in nature.
Yeah.
And you're meeting and talking to like-minded people, and hopefully another couple of years when my lads grow up, they'll be at the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll have them out walking streams and get them to do their bit. But it's something that's went back, like we talked about it earlier, went back to the foundation of the club in 1904, where you had a group of anglers that set up the club. And the key is in the name, the Lough Arrow Fish Preservation Association. That
was the original name of the club?
That was the original name, yeah. We amalgamated in 2009. I suppose during the what was known as the Rod War, in the late 80s, early 90s.
I remember 88, I think it was.
Yeah, there was a fallout in the club, and there was a split. There was a second club formed, the Lough Arrow District Anglers. But the two clubs came back together in 2009 and amalgamated to form what is now known as the Lough Arrow Fish Preservation Association and District Anglers. So I think, it was a pivotal moment in the history of the club, to see anglers putting their differences aside, and realising that the future of the lake was more important than petty arguments and differences, So it was great to see that, and long may it continue. There needs to be more of it because
good hands, no?
well, look, we need to put our differences and our egos aside and go back to brass tacks and start looking after our waters. Because at the end of the day, the trout is all that's important. Yeah, for anybody that wants to get involved, they can visit our website, www.loughcarrowanglers.ie. They can pay membership online. Membership is €30 for the year, and it goes some way to supporting the work that we do and to keep the club running. It's all voluntary, the club, no one gets paid out of it. We try to make sure that a lot of what we make goes back into the lake, so it's all for a good purpose. It all goes back into fishing and for the benefit of the anglers. And if anybody wants to reach out and give sponsorship or support our upcoming stream development competition by way of prizes or whatever, again, you can contact us through our website or indeed through our Facebook page either. I think my contact details are on it if you want to talk to me or any one of the committee. So yeah, look, hopefully this competition will be a success and we can keep it going year on year. You know, it's the lake needs it, you know, and we need the funds to put back into it.
If you've enjoyed this podcast and want to listen to more, please consider becoming a Patreon, where you'll get weekly podcasts and access to over 200 episodes, behind the scenes photography to go with each episode, plus other exclusive content and prizes. To become a Patreon, visit patreon.com/casting with Ceri Jones, or you can find the link on my website, castingwithcerijones.com. That's all for now. Tight lines, and may they always be up in the wave.